Hello, 6th grade. Today we're going to be moving on to triangles. Now we're just going to start off by classifying triangles. As you know, a triangle looks like this, just in case you forgot. In order to classify a triangle, you can classify it by its sides and by its angles. To classify by its sides, there are three different kinds. Equilateral triangle, isosceles, and scalene. An equilateral triangle have all sides that are congruent. So equilateral, equal, all sides are congruent, which also means the same. An isosceles triangle has two sides congruent, so two sides that are the same length. And then a scalene triangle has no sides that are congruent. So out of these three different triangles, A is an equilateral triangle because all sides are the same, and you can tell that by the tick marks. B is an isosceles triangle because two of the sides are the same length, as you can tell by the tick marks. And then C is a scalene triangle because none of the sides are the same length. So you'll have one word that describes the side length, and it's either going to be equilateral, isosceles, or scalene, and then you're also going to have a word that classifies the triangle by its angles. An acute triangle has three acute angles. An obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle, and a right triangle has one right angle. So just like they sound, acute triangle has all angles are acute. Obtuse has one obtuse angle and then two acute angles. And then a right triangle has one right angle indicated by a little square thingy and then two acute angles. So if you're to look at D, E, and F, D is going to be your acute triangle because all of those angles on there, those three angles, are less than 90 degrees. E is going to be an obtuse triangle because it has one big obtuse angle and then the rest are the two little tiny acute angles. And then F, you see that right angle indicated by that red square, and then two acute angles. So in order to classify angles, your homework is going to be numbers 9, 10, 11, and 12. Each triangle you have to classify by its sides. So are the sides equilateral, isosceles, scalene, and then by its angles, acute, obtuse, or right. So for an example, it could be an equilateral acute triangle. It could be a scalene obtuse triangle. It could be an isosceles right triangle. You just don't know, but you have to have two words, one from the sides, one from the angles, to describe these four different triangles. All right? I honestly don't need anything more than that. Just classify them. Email me if you have questions.